Hey guys, it's Ray. I wanted to talk about my issues with this colorism issue, within the racism issue, within the American issue that makes up the dream. Me personally, like I see and I understand, even though, I empathize because I'm usually in the area, the vicinity of watching a gorgeous woman be told, you know, you sure are beautiful for a dark-skinned girl, or for a black girl, or my favorite that I get all the time, you sure are smart, articulate, or nice for a white girl. And I wouldn't say it's annoying as much as it is disrespectful and hurtful. And it's not because of, well, for one, whenever you hear pretty yellow girl, you don't get offended like you hear pretty dark-skinned girl. Because whenever you hear pretty dark-skinned girl, you automatically assume she's pretty for a dark-skinned girl, meaning whenever you lighten up black, it's pretty, it's presentable, which is bullshit. It's total bullshit. And it's frustrating because I've always been that female that I've always hung out with just my black people, my brown people, my people. And being in that group of people and hearing dark-skinned black men tell a woman that she's cute for a dark-skinned girl, it's kind of a blow to the chest. And it doesn't raise my ego. It doesn't do anything for me except for feel for the woman that has to deal with the man who looks just like her but refuses her. There's no excuse for it, and it's bullshit. And I refuse to date any man like that. Any man who says, well, yeah, I would date a dark-skinned girl if... No. You don't get to put labels on a black woman and say, I would date her if. No. Because you don't put the same shit and the same responsibility into us. You don't say, I would date a light-skinned chick if. No, you say, I like light-skinned girls, but I would date a dark-skinned girl if this. No, that's bullshit. And that is, to me, it's my personal view that your mama, your black-ass mama, she did something wrong along the way to make you feel like she wasn't good enough, you weren't good enough, and the only way to be good enough is to lighten up the issue. It's bring light to the situation. And it's very frustrating. And I think that's why all my issues began with the darker women, because they have this animosity towards me whenever I show my love towards them, because they see it as a fraudulent case of, yeah, whatever. Because there's a lot of females who will be like, oh, girl, that's cute. And then when they walk away, oh, no, she didn't. But no, I'm a very honest person, unless you're an officer, a judge, or my mother. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. My little quote of the day. The tone of your skin does not change the tone of your voice, beauty, or power. The only thing the tone of your skin changes is your circumstances within America or whatever country you're in, because we know how black people are treated all over the country. We can deny it, we can ignore it, we can make light of the situation if we're poor and white and we live in a ghetto, whatever. But it is what it is. You're still not black, and you're still not going to understand what it's like to be black and be judged based off of black people. And that's why I've always had an issue with the scandals and the house hoes and the rapper baller bullshit crap, because you're setting an example that I'm supposed to lead. I looked online today with the most influential black people in America. Why the fuck was Beyonce on there? What the hell has she ever done? She doesn't even have her g.e.d. How does she influence me to do a motherfucking thing? That's what I'm trying to figure out. The issue is an issue in America within the issue with the people they have issues with, who have their own issue with the people that don't look like them, making them be treated the same way as the issue they cause. Black is beautiful. Dark black chocolate skin, flawless, beautiful, gorgeous. Black features, thick nose, big lips, gorgeous, kinky hair, fan-fucking-tastic. But can I find a bunch of dark-skinned, black, kinky-haired, big, wide lip, knows people to agree with me based on what we grew up seeing? No. Is that their fault? People would argue that based on what's out there, what you know is out there, and what you see, and what you're willing to look for. But to me, there's no way that you're going to sit here and shame a people who is black or blackish or not like other black people, because you know for a fact there's an issue. You can't come up to me as a white person and say, I didn't have a white privilege because I was poor, I was broke, I was this, I was this. Don't come over here and name all these negative things saying you knew what it's like to be a black person. You know that being black is a negative, period. Being a black female is a double negative. Being a black gay female is a triple negative. Being a black atheist female, quadruple fucking negative. So don't give me that shit. My issue is the issue that black people have with themselves, which is a result of the issue that white people have with black people. You don't tell me that white people are not the enemy or that black people are blaming our problems on y'all whenever your ancestors put this shit on us. This whole mulatto crap would never happen if they weren't rapists. Yes, rapists and pedophiles. So don't give me that bullshit. You're just trying to blame the white man for your problems. No, but I will give you your kudos where you deserve it, just like any other person. And you do deserve it. I'm not racist. I didn't have slaves. Well, you aren't a slave. Oh, well, yeah, that's true. My grandparents, my great-grandparents, what about them? But that's not you. Okay. Nor are your great-grandparents that you sit here and say, I'm not this, I'm not that. You can't flip it around and say, I can't be upset over this whenever it still affects me, just because something doesn't affect you and it annoys you for me bringing it up. This colorism issue is not a black issue. It is a white issue with black skin that black people started to identify with and hold themselves accountable for. And you don't have to accept it. You don't have to do a motherfucking thing. Just like I don't have to shut up talking about it or putting the blame where it fucking belongs. So fuck all your ancestors, and I'm glad they're dead. Period. Black people, you're fucking gorgeous. There's nothing wrong with you. And the kinkier and the wilder your hair is, that shows you're fucking free. Like me.